Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are coming in for the first time, I am Dr. Caroline Cristo, a licensed marriage and family therapist in Southern California in private practice. I'm also an aspiring writer and a college professor. I forgot to mention that in my other tips. I enjoy teaching, and so now I'm bringing some of the lessons that I teach or some of the topics that I address in classes. I'm bringing them to you via YouTube. Welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first time. My goal here is I am not a clinician in this particular platform. I am an educator, a supporter, somebody who will shine some light into areas that you may have questions about. And if anything that we talk about triggers something within you and you feel that you need more help, please find a professional who can support you through it and help you resolve any issues that may come through for you. However, I'm here to answer some questions, only answer questions, not from a clinical standpoint, but on a knowledge-based and educational part. The goal of this sessions, YouTube sessions, is really to provide support and more understanding. So the topic today is about relationships and healing relationships. One of my supporters and YouTube viewers asked about, since the pandemic and the elections, a lot of individuals have found themselves divided. They found themselves with broken relationship as a result of a particular party they belong to, or their views on the George Floyd matter or elections, etc. I'm not a politics person. I stay away. But the question was, what do we do with some of these relationships that have been broken as a result of the current events and the state of our country and the pandemic, the global state? So I did not want to reinvent the wheel, and I like to give credit where it's due. So there's an article on Psychology Today about 4 steps to relationship repair with the HEAL method. Now, this is an article that was written by Dr. Melanie Greenberg. She's a PhD, and she talks a lot about the mindful express. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I really like this technique. I've also applied it in my sessions, and I hope that you gain something from it today. If you gain something, definitely go read the article for yourself, because I will be just using the principles of the HEAL. She, in this article, mainly talks about romantic relationships, but I believe that these 4 techniques can be used in any relationship. So heal. What is healing? Healing is really trying to reconnect or to bring a bond that has been broken as a result of a situation or a circumstance so that you can reach a certain place of peace. So in the heal technique, she uses an acronym for HEAL, HEAL, and the H stands for hear. She suggests that we need to hear our partners, stay present, and listen. So many are times when we encounter problems or challenges, or when we're in conflict, we usually either very tense, very defensive, and want to be quick to say our opinion, tell the other person off, show anger, show our frustration. But she suggests here that it is important that you hear what your partner has to say, and you need to stay present and listen. And staying present and listening simply means that you're not in your mind trying to formulate what you're going to respond with, but you're trying to step into your partner's shoes to hear what they truly have to say to you. That's the hear part, truly hearing. And the way I define that hearing is because hear is really short of a T and it becomes heart. So listening with your heart, listening as to what is that person's heart trying to tell you? What is it trying to communicate? So you switch from just hearing the sound of their voice to connecting with your heart, what their heart is trying to communicate to you. Hear. In the acronym, the E stands for empathize. Allow your partner's experience to deeply affect you. This is where you're listening because you're trying to fit into their shoes. you're saying, I see how you feel about that. I can see what you're trying to say. I can try to fit into your shoe. Now, this would apply with any relationship. In this case, she uses partner, but this would apply to a parent, to your mother who you've had conflict with. You are saying, let me allow your experience affect me, deeply affect me, so that I can understand where you're coming from. So here, empathize with that person, meaning try to fit into their shoes. It's easier said than done. I know that's what most of you are thinking. But these are some principles that we need to learn and apply as needed. The next letter in HEAL is A, act. She suggests to take action to address concerns and show willingness to change. So this requires you to take some action, but also not just action to express that which you want to change in the relationship, but for you to also address these concerns, but show willingness to change. That's sometimes hard in relationships, that willingness to change. But we do need to humble ourselves to a place where we're able to, number one, of course, hear, empathize, and also act and show willingness to change. The next one is love. She suggests to love, to feel and express unconditional love. Now, what does that mean? To feel and express unconditional love is really to reach a place where you accept people for who they are and for where they are. It may not fit with where you are and where you want to be or where you'd like them to be, but it is where they are, you live and let live and accept them for where they are and for their circumstances without judging them. So that's the HEAL technique. If you have any questions, definitely shoot an email, comment, ask a question. I'll be glad to answer it. If you learned something today from the HEAL technique, and of course, I'm giving credit to Dr. Melanie Greenberg, PhD, from her article in Psychology Today, The 4 Steps to Relationship Repair with the HEAL technique. I urge you to read the article for yourself. I use my own interpretation as I wanted to apply generally, but these are general principles. Dr. Caroline Crystal, I look forward to hearing from you. Questions, comments, anything else that you may want to share with me on this platform, I would like to receive, review, and also consequently share. Again, I'm not your therapist. I am just an educator, a supporter, and somebody who's here to bring help, hope, and healing through YouTube into your home. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. Definitely push the notification button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you learned anything today, please share it with somebody. I look forward to seeing you. See you at the top. See you on the other side. Let's make 2020 what we want it to be. Thank you very much for stopping by and have a great day.